Hey everybody, today make another video. I think I'm gonna make two videos from the time we're here. We're out at the beach. Kind of came here on a whim just to hang out. Stop whining. Dog's a little excited. We are gonna do 5 things I love about the camper and 5 things I hate about the camper. We're gonna go through the details. They're not gonna be the longest videos, but just some things that I've picked up on. So thanks for watching. So number one thing I'm going to talk about, please remember this is not an order. It's not severity ranked. The things I hate the most, it's just kind of on a little list I made. So first thing is the bed. I really wish they would have just left it blank. It's a horrible mattress. It's uncomfortable. I laid on it once. I've never slept on it. The day I brought this camper home is the day I ripped it out. Luckily though, they make it as a real queen size mattress, so you don't have to order any specialty sizes or anything for RVs. It's just a queen size mattress. So we have our spare bed and our real bed that we sleep on at home is the same brand. So right now in our camper we have the same pillows, sheets, comforter, mattress, the same. So when we're sleeping in here, it feels like we're sleeping at home. We get plenty of good sleep, but I wish they would have just left it blank. I understand that since you pay so much money for these campers, they want to give you at least something. I wish that something would have been a little nicer, or just leave it blank so I don't have to deal with another mattress. So we got that taken care of. That's no biggie. That's probably pretty popular among all the brands, all the campers. So they're going to give you something to work with, but I think that's probably the number one thing that people don't like the most about the campers. So since we're up in the bed, we're going to talk about number 2. This guy. This is all the wardrobe. There's plenty of wardrobe in this camper. So we got here, over there, and then one by the TV. So we have plenty of room. Here's the problem. I don't like how the hanger system works. If you look under here, all of these are on its individual little guy. So this part where like our sweatshirts work a little better, but the ones in that closet where our shirts are a lot closer up, because I think it's starting to get where it curves for the head of the camper. But you literally have to bend these to get a lot of them out. And I've broken 1 or 2 hangers, which isn't a big deal because they're cheap, but I really wish that it was just a rail. I don't think they would fall out over travel. They might move around more. I don't really see that as a big deal, but I wish they would either fix that, just do a rail. I might have to find some hangers that are more of like a rubber style that bend easier besides the plastic ones that'll break. So that's kind of the only thing. You kind of got to bend. There's certain things to kind of, you know, when you're trying to get them into this part. So it's not the biggest deal, but when you're trying to put hangers in there, take clothes off the rack, put them on, it's kind of a pain. But good thing is you have a place to put them, which is the best part. Going on to number 3 is this little guy right here. So above, you got your oven, you got your 2, come on, focus. You got your 2 drawers, and then you got this little guy. I don't really know what to put in here. As you can see, it's got like a candle and some spray. I don't like it. I don't understand. I hope someone who has it can maybe more clever than I am. Let me know in the comment section what you put there. I've never found anything good for it, or practical, but if you open this, you will see back there is one of the tanks. So it's not like they just decided not to put a drawer there. They at least gave you something. It's just, I haven't found the best thing to do for it, and it kind of bugs me. I wish there were drawers or something there, but with the tank behind it, that's not an option. Arctic Fox does a great job doing all the engineering. They're going to give you something to work with besides just not putting anything at all. So drawers right there aren't an option. So it's not like they just you know, cheaped out on it. but I just always have something rolling around in there. I don't know what it's for. I just can't find something that I really like to put there. So if you guys have this camper, have an older style that has something like that, please let me know in the comments section, or send me something on Instagram. I would like to have this be a little more practical for me. We got 2 more things, and one is this guy, Kenwood. So this controls your DVD, your music, your settings for your sound. I love that I have it. I can play DVDs, I can hook my Bluetooth up to it, I can play music in the cab or in the camper, I can play music outside the camper, I can adjust. But here's the problem. This is 100% just straight out of a car. It looks a little clunky, a little outdated. I don't really like that it has, I think that's Spotify, and it's got Sirius XM, Pandora, stuff that you really need, you know, full connections for. It would be nice if this was a little more user-friendly. Maybe took some of this away that you can check electronically. Maybe like a bigger screen. I don't know. It's, you know, we're almost done with 2020. It'd be nice if they updated that. If you go into your setup and you go to like your fader and balancer, so what you'll notice is you can play music outside or inside, and you can adjust that so you don't hear one out the other. You have to adjust that in here, and as you can see, car seats. So rear car seats, front car seat, center console. So this is made for a car, and I understand. I'm not an engineer, but it would be nice if this was a little more tuned to the Arctic Fox and the camper. Maybe it had a camper outside. Maybe you can control each speaker. Another thing is too, when you are playing a DVD and it's playing on your TV, the 2 sounds are different. So your sound on your TV volume remote will not work. So when you want to play a movie and you're laying in bed and then you want to turn it up or turn it down, you gotta point it over here. There's no way to do it. So you got to get out of bed, turn it down, change the movie. You have to do that. I like that it has it, once again, like the hanger racks and the little compartment that I can't figure out what to do with. I'm glad I have it. I just wish it was a little bit more user friendly and a little more custom, especially with this Kenwood. You know, I don't want to see car seats and, you know, certain things like that on a truck camper. It'd be nice if you turned it on and it said, you know, Arctic Fox, Northwood Manufacturing. It's a little more user-friendly, a little more custom. It would be nice, maybe a little bit updated interface. It's kind of bulky and clunky. That would be really nice. All right, guys. Final thing. I do think this is the most serious one. I really would like Arctic Fox and Northwood Manufacturing to take a look at this. My 5th and final thing that I do not like about this camper is the gutters. Arctic Fox has gutters on the front side near the bedroom windows, and then there are 2 gutters on the outside near the rear jacks. They work great, but the problem is they disperse the water exactly over when it falls through off the gutters. It goes right onto the jack. That is not the biggest deal when your camper is on your truck. It's not the biggest deal when you're at a campground. You're on a level cement pad, nice comfy, you know, landscaped area. Maybe if you're on hard, good gravel. But if you're like me and you bought this thing to go on public land, forest roads, national forests, BLM land, you're mostly on just land and dirt and rocks. And I was in for about 14-15 days in this camper in September, and most of it was nice weather, but it rained the last 2-3 days super hard. And here's the problem: all that rain left the gutters and fell onto the jacks, and I have a rubber pad to stabilize the jacks under it. But the problem is that water goes straight to the ground and loosens that ground. And my driver's side rear jack, the ground under part of it, about a quarter of the jack stand, started to erode. It started to get washed away. This was pretty good rain. That's not typical, but if it's constant rain, this will happen. and it's something you got to notice. If I didn't notice that and I started bouncing around this camper and it got worse and worse, that rear jack could slide. And I don't know all the balancing things with this camper, but I'm assuming that could tweak the front ones and you can have a disaster. I wish they would either change where the gutter is mounted, or maybe lengthen them so they'd go past the jack. But this could be a serious issue. You know, it does make some noise because the water is constantly hitting the jack, the metal part. But when the door's shut, this thing's so insulated you can't hear anything anyways. So that's not really a big of a problem. But that is something I noticed, and I ended up putting the camper on my truck because of that, because the ground was softening. That was my experience. Maybe that doesn't happen to a whole lot of people. But if you are planning on putting this down on, you know, grass, you know, any type of gravel or just normal dirt, earth surface, you got to pay attention to that. Maybe I'll end up getting a bigger jack pad to have more room, but I think that could still happen, as that ground can soften and it could give instability to one side or both of your jacks on the rear side. Alright guys, thanks for watching. That is 5 things that I do not like about this camper. Again, this is a 2020 Arctic Fox. It's a Legacy edition, and it is a 990 model. So you got the slide on the passenger side and you got a wet bath. So it's a great camper. Those are 5 things that I noticed about this camper. I'm going to try to make another video about 5 things that I like that are my favorite. And again, no particular order. So if you want to do that, hit the subscribe button. Let it get you a notification when I post that video. And thanks for watching.